closer to the regular fall weather, plus 15 Celsius. And I'm about to leave a small truck stop, if you can call it that. They sell hot dogs in here. I'm just parked on the side. It's basically a gas station on the Indian territory. It's called Smoking Joe. Smoking Joe. And I got here yesterday because my entry into Canada was declined with this dozer. US Customs insisted on having originals of the paperwork for the dozer. It's one of those, 72-hour roll machines, so we had to give them 72 hours, and that's why I had to stay in the States, one extra day in Danville there. And everything is fine. I show up at the border, and the guy says, "Where's the original?" I said, "Well, that's all I got." "I'll call your dispatch, call the buyer, call the shipper." And there's nowhere to go. I asked them, "Can I stay?" So they didn't have any, we didn't have any drivers going this way, right? So they are sending me this by courier. And that office closes, today's Friday, October 30th. And the export office is only open 8 to 4, Monday through Friday. So if I get this package, it's not even mailed yet, but so I'm gonna get it probably Saturday or Monday. So I have to sit here, over the weekend. And the customer is saying it's not his fault. He did it before many times. So basically nobody's to blame, but I have to sit in the States and wait for this paperwork. As often happens in trucking. But, I'm a very patient guy. I still have some patience left for this trip. So, oh yeah, and so I looked at, I asked them, can I stay at the bridge? Because I thought maybe somebody will bring this paperwork on the next day, today. And the guy says, "No, you cannot stay here. This is the border. Over here we only have the vehicles that are, being processed. So there's no sitting here. But you can talk to the bridge authority." He says, "You see the shack over there? Go talk to them." I go talk to them. The guy says, "Well, I cannot tell you officially to stay here. But if you drop your trailer, it'll be padlocked and you'll have to pay a fee. But if you stay hooked to the trailer," he says, "I don't see how it would be towed." Well, I said, "Thank you very much, sir. You're very kind." So I got the heck out of there. No, but yeah, this guy says nothing will happen if you just stay far away at the fence. He says, trucking to the trailer hooked. But basically, he's still saying it's against the law, against their rules, because it's private property. They don't allow trucks in there. And so I called my dispatcher. I said, "Do you know of any areas in any places in this area where I can sit till morning?" Right? Because I was assuming I would get the document today. And only later I found out that that wasn't going to happen. And he told me about this one. This is just east of the border, maybe like 4 miles, but it's so busy here. It was so difficult to sleep. All night there was traffic on this stupid road in here. It goes into residential area. And I think these guys are open like all night. No, maybe there's 2 gas stations. One is in here. See, there's a girl is gassing her vehicle over there. But I guess the prices are low or something. But all night there were people flying by my truck, And there's no bathroom. There's just one of those porta toilets, so you cannot wash your face, you cannot brush your teeth. There's only snacks with 200% sugar content inside. I already had my share yesterday. I had all kinds of cookies and sandwich. I know it's bad for me. So the only truck stop is this one, 65 kilometers away, because I have to be in US, right? And so I'm going to Flying J, you know, the TA Flying J, because I cannot sit here till Monday, and I found the address, like the mailing address for the truck stop, so they're gonna send the package to my name, care of the truck stop. So I'm gonna tell them that I'm expecting the package, and usually, you know, these guys at truck stops are pretty nice. I'll give them my, you know, business card with my number, and they'll just call me, or I'll be checking in at the counter to see if there's a package. It's just like one stupid sheet of paper, but without it I cannot cross. And that's why the border, you know, it's really, it's nobody's fault. It's just, it was my unlucky day, because it looks like everybody was using the same paperwork I was using, but just I got unlucky with my set, and I was turned away. And that's always like that with the border. You know, one day it takes 5 minutes to cross, another day it takes 3 days, like in my case. Or if you saw one of my previous videos, if you remember, when I was going to California a while back, it was like a week trip, California. If you search for California trip, day 1, day 2, day 3, then I was turned away from the border 3 times, I think. I would go, pay the fee, pay the toll, get turned back. Go again, was turned back. It's like, you know, unexplainable. So that's why, of course, you know, every trucker, if they have a choice, they try to stay inside their country. And that's why loads going across the border usually pay a little bit better than loads inside Canada or strictly inside US, because it can be a lot of hassle, you know, a lot of stress. It's not just the fees, because, you know, everything is toll. All the bridges pretty much are, you have to pay a toll, and then you have to pay on the way into US, you have to pay the processing fee. It's like, now it's what, $13.75 US, I think. Used to be 10, or is it 13.05 or something? But you can get a transponder. By the way, I'm getting a transponder. My company called me, they're ordering transponders, like a decal. It goes on this, it goes over here. It's like a little decal here. And when you get to the booth, their reader reads this transponder, and then you don't have to pay this $13.75. And that transponder is $400 a year, Canadian. So like $330 US. But, you know, if you cross all the time like me, then that transponder is a good thing, and it's just a matter of convenience. Otherwise, you know, each time they ask you, like, do you have a transponder? So you have to pay with a Visa, or sometimes they send you inside. So it's better to have that thing. But anyway, so I'm saying that crossing the border, it's always extra cost, and it's always potential delays and a cause of stress. And as is the example with this trip. So anyway, oh, the only good thing about this gas station is that the people were nice, you know, and even though it's not a truck stop, they allowed me to park in here. They said, yeah, stay close to the woods, you know. I said, are there any bad guys in the woods or some animals? They said, no. All right, so I stay close to the woods here. But yeah, so the good thing was they have free coffee. I go inside there, and they open at 5 o'clock, and of course at 5 o'clock all these guys started zooming by. I think they're all getting their free coffee. That's why there was so much traffic here. And there's a machine in there inside, and it says free coffee. And to be honest, I went in the morning. I said, I didn't buy gas. Do I have to pay for coffee something? And she said, no, coffee is free. Unbelievable. So very nice people out here in Lewiston, New York. Thank you. I'm in the very corner of a truck stop. Perfect location. Made it over here with no incidents, and the weather's good, and I have this lawn all to myself. Let's go fly.